We start up the Swords of Ilkan episode with Kitana in her Transformers cosplay, but she has to take it off when some other people at the convention start taking their role-playing a bit too seriously.
Do not worry, old friend. I will get you to safety.
It is too late for me, Kitana.
Kitana's immediately dying old friend is Ramoth, who is voiced by Brock Peters, who was the Cisco dad on DS9.
Have you hidden the swords?
They are safe, beyond her reach forever.
Well, that was a short one. Just kidding. Kitana's a liar, of course.
You've always been there for me, like a second father.
Guys, if you're going to flash back to this character, maybe we could have gotten a little more to make us invested instead of just the first thing we see being him dying.
Learn to trust your instincts when it comes to trusting others.
I trust you will trust me that you must trust people.
Like me. I was just waiting around for a perfect setup line.
Take her away.
You'll pay for this. How dare you arrest me after I betrayed you?
Anyway, back to the present and more important matters like Sonya's kitchen.
Cooking time!
The excitement of Mortal Kombat, folks.
Hurry up, I'm starving.
Hey!
Ugh.
I can't enjoy food properly without my metal arms.
Too much salt. Let's try again.
I'm making a facial mask.
Oh, excuse me, madame. You want me to run you a bubble bath next?
Ugh! I've had it! I am sick of being trapped in this cave with nothing but a bunch of men to talk to.
Sonya, toxic masculinity doesn't exist, okay?
All we ever do is fight.
Hey, you fight like a girl.
We train to fight and then we fight some more.
Yes, thanks for reminding us of that awkward ending to Fall from Grace and how that's a plot thread we aren't going to really resolve in any fashion.
It might have been nice to have an excuse to run away from the endless fighting.
Awkwardality.
Sometimes a woman just needs another woman to talk to.
Well, what about Kitana?
Kitana? Give me a break.
I'd rather pal around with Scarlet than Kitana. Hey, Kitana, can we talk about girly things like swords?
Were you sleeping?
Meditating.
I'd like to try that sometime.
Do we like each other, Sonya?
I thought that we could talk.
If Sonya and Kitana become friends, they'll probably play on my computer together and kick me off! I gotta stop them!
Here's the latest rip, located in a dormant volcano in Iceland.
Phew, thank goodness Nightwolf interrupted that with something new, like a portal opening. Wouldn't want any actual character development happening.
There's something about these readings I just don't like.
They're just too feminine. We gotta keep this a boys' club.
Oh, not all men.
Jax makes an excuse to fly with Liu Kang so that Sonya can try making friends, which just makes me wonder why they always have to fly with the same people all the time anyway, but it does lead to a sort of funny moment.
So what's up, Jax?
Huh? Oh, yeah. How you enjoying the weather?
You feel like talking?
I'm sorry, Sonya, but I need to concentrate.
I'm never gonna get to talk facial masks with anyone.
Jax, we'll get you for this.
Blubber butt?
Hey, don't you ever call me that!
Sonya, Kitana, and Jax get sucked into this portal, so Stryker and Liu Kang try attacking it. Well, at least someone else joins Stryker on the stupid party this time.
Whoa, I can't tell if this is a dream or a nightmare.
Getting killed by someone I find attractive is way better than dying to uggos.
These women aren't known for their sense of humor.
Kinda like you.
Yikes, guess Kitana's quiet time during the flight got her put on Sonya's list.
Combat time!
Just like Sonya repeating combat time gets her put on my list. What was that?
Hey, what about women supporting women, Sonya?
Whatever, at least Jax approves.
Jax! What's happening?
Oh, I'd know that half-assed laugh anywhere.
Who is she?
A deadly enemy.
Oh, who is she killed? I don't know. Maybe my mentor? Not quite sure how he died.
The portal isn't closed, we just can't gain entry. We've tried hitting it with fire and ice.
That's our team! A bunch of doofuses.
Can you send Raiden to check it out?
Negative. He's with the Elder Gods.
I heard they got a future hookup over there and they're playing MK11, which I hear is almost as brutal as our lives.
For the honor of Grayskull!
Sword of Ilkan.
She had to blast Kitana with it before she noticed she was holding that sword, I guess.
Now I have one, and you know where to find the other.
So this really is like the power sword from He-Man in the early continuity where they're trying to put the two halves of the sword together.
You will never get your hands on the second sword.
Oh, but I will, Princess.
And then I will be the new Skeletor.
I will trade his life for the sword. So what will it be?
Oh geez, do I like Jax enough to bother saving him? Anyway, Sonya and Kitana skedoodle off to Ilkan realm where the sword apparently is. Either this is a really small realm or Zara already had an idea of where the sword is because she opened the portal for them, so that just kind of begs the question why she didn't go get it for herself.
What we are searching for is hidden in there.
See, you'd think the only reason Zara would get Kitana involved was she knew exactly where the sword was, but she apparently doesn't. Kitana just seems to know that it's somewhere in this temple, which seems to be the exact same amount of knowledge that Zara has about it. And I really don't know why Zara sent them off to do this completely unescorted. What if they didn't care about Jax at all? I mean, Zara doesn't know anything about their relationship to him. Then the time comes that you think maybe Sonya and Kitana will have a little character development, but all they do is kind of state the same points again. Zara equals bad. She wants to take over the realms with the combined sword, and my mentor died. Man, the fighting sure sucks. But we gotta do it!
And now we must prepare to do battle again.
Looking for me?
Were we looking for him?
Can you get it open for us, Raiden?
Nope. Guess we're not really involved with the plot and are just wasting time.
There, the second sword of Ilkan.
Wow, all they had to do is climb some vines and enter the temple, and then it's just sitting right out on display. I see why Zara couldn't find that on her own and needed Kitana. They could have said Kitana used to have the sword more heavily guarded at one point, and then when Edenia fell to Outworld, it kind of messed everything up. But nah, the super secret hiding place is really obvious, which just makes everyone look like an idiot. There are a couple of booby traps, yes, but it's still just way too easily accessed. Did those bones just cough as they disintegrated? And why were bones inside the supercharged wrecking balls anyway? One more trap is a rain cloud! This must mean rain! Nah, of course it doesn't. It's just some weird green guy. Where Rain actually has history with Kitana, it could have made sense for him to have betrayed her in some way regarding these swords, so of course they don't do that. But I do wonder, did Kitana and friends hire this guy to protect the sword back when? Or did Green Screen Man just decide the sword was a good sleeping spot? It might be nice if we knew either way.
Kiss off!
Oh no, if Kiss Off didn't beat Slimer, what will? And the Slimer comparison is pretty apt considering the green guy is voiced by Frank Welker. Well, roared by Frank Welker anyway, he didn't say anything. Anyway, what can possibly beat this guy? Oh, the sword will. Instantly. All it would have taken for Zara to easily get this sword was going in with another person. Wow.
One sword can conquer warriors. With two, she could devastate armies, vanquish realm after realm.
Is she just gonna go around sword beaming everyone in every realm? I feel like there could be a better explanation of how this sword would help her take over an entire realm. I mean, she apparently briefly had the combined sword in the past before you took it away, so I don't really see how this thing will make her all that unstoppable when you've already stopped her when she had it once.
But if we don't surrender the sword, Jax will die.
And what's the downside?
Forgive me, Zara, for not trusting you. As long as I have the second sword, the odds are even.
It appears we are at a standoff.
Zara never thought of Kitana using the other sword to fight back. Everyone in this episode is an idiot! Hey, let's use the sword against her. Wouldn't she have thought of that? No! I somehow didn't! I had no plan for this! Anyway, Sonya is wearing purple in this shot. Oh no. Kitana and Zara agree to have a swordless battle and have a little one-on-one for a bit until Zara, of course, goes for a sword. And that's when Sonya springs into action, enacting the super secret plan her and Kitana came up with. Her grabbing the other sword. And that's when Sonya doesn't save Kitana because Kitana just knocks Zara's sword away from her on her own.
You are finished, Zara. I banish you to the void.
Well, I'd say Zara should have seen that coming, but being blind to the obvious is in keeping with her established character at this point. Ah, cheese it! Rebellion over!
Kitana, free Jax!
Sorry to burst your bubble, Jax.
Are you okay?
I'll make it.
Just take it easy. Lover butt?
I must make sure the swords are never found again. It is finally over.
Oh yeah, just dump them together into another realm. That'll sure make sure no one gets them again. Hey, who was that who jumped in after them? Oh well, not our problem anymore.
You did it, Kitana.
We did it.
Yeah, I wish it felt like we actually had a real bonding episode between these two, but we didn't. We got nothing past the surface level, and that's seriously the end? Why did we do the exact same ending as the last episode with them tossing the powerful item into a portal like that solves anything? And it's never clear if Kitana helped set up any of the traps for the one sword before, but at least it had something. Now it's less safe, and they're together.
It is finally over.
Quit throwing your garbage into our dimension.
This episode just blew any chance to do anything meaningful and kept wasting time on nothing. There was absolutely no point of cutting back to the others standing around and trying to beat up a portal like morons, and we don't even see them reunited at the end, so it feels even more pointless to have been shown that. We could have had Sonya and Kitana actually relate on the level of having someone important they worked with get murdered like Kitana's mentor and Sonya's partner. You could even have had Kano be the one to break Zara out of her prison to make this a more personal mission to both of them and possibly make the audience more invested. This just seemed like they said, how do we do an episode about Sonya and Kitana without really doing an episode about them? Oh, and maybe not have the villains sitting around taking it on faith that they'll just be handed their weapon of mass destruction by the good guys. Next time on Defenders of the Realm, the cabal of the opera is there inside the episode.
Did you just make a joke?
It happens every 5,000 years or so.